Hi, my name's Rob Ryder, speaking out of Cornwall in Penzance. I just want to do a quick video regarding asset bubbles, interest rates, and stealing houses, because this is what's happening at the moment. I'll put a link below to my book, Debt Slavery, The Economics of the Banking Mafia. And this is just one little bit that I explained in the book, how basically the monetary system is set up to steal the real wealth, which is assets. These people know that there's actually no wealth in money. It's an illusion, but it's an illusion created so that we become dependent on it. As in the earlier video of economics and money, that instead of money serving the economy is dependent on money. And how they do it is, as we know, because the banking system creates money, so loan is actually new money creation, they then have the power to decide how much money is created and where that money goes. Now, ideally, the money goes into the real economy to serve the real economy. But as we know, the bankers can choose where that money goes. And if a lot of money is pumped into an asset, say like a home, then if not enough money is going into the real economy, then you're going to get created an asset bubble, because to pay off a mortgage, if you say, for example, I want £100,000 over 15, 20 years, you need an actual real economy thriving to pay that. Or how are you going to pay it? Yeah. So there has to be the majority of the money going into the real economy. And when the real economy is thriving, you can buy an asset like a house, because you have a stable economy. You can look long term. Another thing I go into the book very quickly is the idea of creating money credit for assets like paintings or other assets that aren't part of the economy has to go completely, 100%. But home is slightly different, because we can't all buy a home, but we all have the right to live in a home. And if you have a stable economy, buying a home over 20 years or whatever is a sensible thing to do. But what they do, they can steer money. They can steer money into the economy or into an asset bubble like a home. If they choose, by lowering the interest rates, to tempt lots and lots of people in to get mortgages, they can then, people presume that the economy is going well, it's stable. So people might even get a house a little bit more expensive than they would normally get. This is like what happened in 2008. And because the interest rates can go up and down, they can choose to create more money or not create more money. They can choose where it goes. They can manipulate the whole show. Now, the main important thing is, we know interest rates have to go. This is not about what the interest is. The whole idea of interest has to go completely. Nobody's having this conversation. Nobody's having this conversation. Interest rates. They're saying we need to now raise interest rates to sort out inflation. Complete and utter nonsense. Now, how can a window cleaner who's never been to college figure this out, and the most cleverest economists allegedly in the world don't understand it? It's not the interest rates or the low interest rates that is causing inflation. It's not the amount of money in circulation that is causing inflation. It's where the money is going. It's the amount of money in relation to the economy, to the production. As we said earlier, the amount of money should be equal to the productive units in the economy. So the interest rates is a scam. Nobody's talking about it. Nobody at all. They're saying to control inflation, you raise interest rates. What that actually is just a pay rise for the bankers. And they know a lot of people won't be able to afford the mortgages, and they'll come in for what they really wanted all along, your asset, your home, or your business if your business is struggling. This is what they really want. The whole thing is a scam, a total, utter scam. And they want you to believe that interest rates are real. There's no need at all for interest rates. I've put a very simple solution in the book, that banks, on the creating of new money, credit, should charge an upfront service fee that is fixed. It comes out of the existing money to supply and there's no interest. Then you only pay the principal of what is created. It's one big scam and people need to understand this. People need to start talking about this because they're coming for your homes. If you're not willing to fight to survive and to save your own home, what have people got left? This is ridiculous. This is how it works. They decide where the money goes. They decide how much money is created. They decide the rate of interest. They lower the interest rates to draw people in. They can fund the economy to think everybody's okay. Then they can stop putting money into the real economy. They can start pushing money into asset bubbles like houses. That causes problems. Then they can do things like the central bank's quantitative easing, which is basically the government giving their friends in big corporate industries money, basically what it is, because it isn't going into the real economy. Medical science has gained over the last 2-3 years, not the whole economy. This is what they do. They manipulate everything. You're being scammed, and it's a simple scam and a simple solution. So what we're at the point now where they're raising interest rates and they're claiming it's to sort out inflation. No, you want to sort out inflation, you stop printing money and not put it into the economy. Very simple. You stop printing money and put it into assets. You put it into the real economy. It's very simple. You don't need to raise interest rates. All interest rates does is, like I say, give the bankers a pay rise. The side effect of that may lower inflation. Why? Because it's going to make loans, the bank's creating money, it's going to make loans for us more expensive, which means less people will be getting loans out, which will lower the money into circulation, because the money that comes into circulation is created as credit out of thin air. And that means more people may be paying the debts back, trying to pay the debts back. And as they do that, because it's credit, it's not real money, it gets taken out of circulation. So a side effect of raising the interest rates could be lowering of the inflation. But it's a side effect and it's not needed. It's a very easy problem to solve. You put money in the real economy. You don't allow it to all go in assets, and you control the amount of money so that it's in balance with the real economy. You don't get inflation. But the one thing people need to talk about is interest. Why is nobody talking about it? The whole idea is a scam, a complete and utter scam, and they're doing it now. My mortgage has just gone up £130 a month, and I'm one of the lucky ones because at the moment we can still pay it. I'm one of the lucky ones. They're coming for your house, they're coming for your business. You can either sit back and moan about it, or you can educate yourself into this, realize you're being scammed, and do something about it. Thank you.